If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Okay? Now watch my head and my body. It's gonna be all like one motion. This is how you move on. You move on like this. To the right, to the left, to the back, move forward. To the right, to the left, to the back, to the back. Yeah, get in your bag, stay in your bag. Ooh, get in your bag, stay in your bag. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. Like that, okay? That's it. Love y'all. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. Gotta move on right now. Let's dance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, y'all ain't no hood educated had moves like that. My boy Diddy, he taught me all his moves. All his moves. Y'all see, y'all be slipping. I know how to, man, come on. Now, hold on now. Let's get an understanding now. I wasn't going to them parties now. I mean, we wasn't that close. We wasn't that close now. So let's, nah, cause Diddy, he kind of, hey, I don't know what Diddy at. Diddy like, how we used to say back in the day, like when we ain't know somebody was gay, you know what I'm saying? When we didn't know a guy was gay or a woman was gay back in the day, we used to be like, man, what's up with, dude? I don't know, man. He kind of, that right there tell us that we don't know which way he going. You know what I'm saying? Is he going this way with the women and the men, or he going with the men and men, or the women and women? Which is, I look, your life, you live your life however you want to. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, nah, I enjoy women. I love the softness of a woman. My wife, to be exact. Yes, yeah. That's where I'm at with this thing. But now, all right, let's get into this demonstration. Man, they done filed a motion for mistrial. This is the second time that Diddy done filed a motion for mistrial. And the reason why they filed this motion right here is because the defense team, Diddy's lawyers, are saying that they lying on the stand. Saying that Cassie's homegirl is on the stand lying. And not only that, because people can get on the stand and lie and make a mistake. That's not a problem, right? The problem comes when somebody gets on the stand and lie and the prosecution know that they are lying and the prosecution don't correct them. They have a duty to seek justice, not lies. So whenever a person get on the stand and the prosecution know that they lying, the prosecution has the duty, right? To say, we're going to strike that because we have no evidence to prove that this is true. So we're going to strike that, or let's not talk about that right there because we don't have anything backing. We don't have no tangible evidence, no material evidence. We don't have nothing proving what the witness just said on the stand, Your Honor. So we want to strike that from the record, right? And we're not going to talk about that. But instead, they kept on talking about it, right? They acting like it's the truth. And what I'm talking about is that Cassie's homegirl said that one time Diddy flew into a rage, grabbed her, and dangled her over a banister. Or a balcony, I should say. Now, I don't know if Diddy that strong, you know what I mean? But cocaine and ecstasy might give you that superhuman strength where you can just dangle somebody over a balcony and talk crazy to them at the same time and then pull them back up and, walk out the house like Incredible Hulk or whatever. I don't know. But this is what this woman has said. And not only that, though. Cassie supposed to have bear witness to this. Because before that, Cassie and Diddy got into a fight or whatever, got into an argument. And Cassie broke to the room. And so Diddy went off on a homegirl. According to the reports that I'm getting, they saying that Cassie said on the stand that she seen it. I don't know how she's saying it, because they saying that Cassie said she was in the room, or she ran to her room. So how did she see, Diddy with her home girl hanging her over the balcony? I don't know. Maybe it's a window she could have looked out in the room or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and seen it. But Cassie testified to it. Her homegirl testified to it. And it's a complete lie. The prosecution got evidence that it's a complete lie through text messages. Yeah. And not only that, this the cold-blooded part about the whole demonstration. Diddy's attorneys come out and they got proof that Diddy was in New York. Diddy was in a whole nother state. They got receipts, video footage, camera footage. They got all type of stuff, credit card receipts, everything showing that this man was not there. He was in a whole different state. That this whole demonstration is a complete lie, and the prosecution had the evidence, so they should have known that that was a complete lie. They were supposed to correct Cassie. Soon as she got to talking about, yeah, he did. No, we ain't gonna talk about that. Yana, strike that off the record. As soon as her homegirl came in there, no, strike that off the record. We ain't, cause y'all lying. But they didn't do that. They want to make Diddy look like a criminal and, continue on with the, making him look like he's a sex trafficker, the RICO, and all the charges that he got. They want to play into their case. But the defense, they caught it. So now it's up to the judge. Now the judge got to weigh this evidence and say, hey, is this enough to throw this trial out? Or am I going to continue with the trial? Because they already filed a motion about fingerprints being destroyed. So these are two bad things against the prosecution. I can't even lie. Come on, fingerprints being destroyed. Now people lying about stuff and all that. But the fact of the matter is this. This is what the judge is going to look at. Does this negate all the other evidence that they have against Sean P. Diddy Combs? No, it don't. Nah. Because that evidence of his criminality, it still stands. Prove that he didn't do the stuff that all his victims are proving he didn't do. Prove that. Prove that he didn't do this stuff. If you can't prove that he didn't do this stuff, then we got to continue on with the trial. And that's what's finna happen. That's what's finna happen. The judge is not finna mistrial. The only way you're going to get a mistrial is if something like this happens. Let's just say this right here. Let's say that somebody was charged with taking advantage of a woman sexually, right? And he's in his trial. And she's swearing up and down, that's him, he did it. They get his DNA, compare his DNA to the DNA that they took from her, her private part, and it doesn't match his. That's a mistrial, because we got somebody on the stand totally lying, and we got tangible evidence. We got DNA evidence proving that it couldn't be him. It's somebody else. Yeah, that's a mistrial. But just, hey, they lying up. Nah. But what it will do is this right here. And I see why the defense is doing it, because you got to do this, right? Because if Diddy do get convicted, when he come for an appeal, they can say, hey, he didn't receive a fair trial. They got people lying, making them look bad and stuff like that. And they knew that he was lying. They knew that, the woman was lying, I should say. They knew that Cassie was lying. The star witness in the case was lying. That type of stuff right there will get you a new trial. They destroying evidence, fingerprints being destroyed and stuff like that. That stuff right there will get you a new trial. So what will happen in that, once he appealed, they bring up all this stuff that happened in the trial. The appeal court can say, hey, you know what? He didn't receive a fair trial. We're throwing out that trial and we're throwing out the sentence. Now, we can release him or y'all can recharge him, but other than that, we throwing all that out. And what happens in situations like that, the prosecution will recharge. They can use all the same evidence that they used to show that he was guilty, except the evidence that they lied about. They can't use that right there. But everything else, they can be able to use that. But what happens usually in those type of situations, when you get an appeal and you win your appeal and your trial is thrown out, the prosecution come with a deal for you. Say, hey, look, check this out, man. You've been locked up 10 years. We're going to give you that. Give us 3 more years, man, and then we're going to turn you loose. Plead guilty to this right here, and then we'll turn you loose. Put you on probation for this long or parole for this long, and, that's how we'll do that. That's how usually that type of stuff go. But sometimes guys don't take that deal, and they say, no, I want to go all the way back to trial. I want a new trial. I want a fair trial. And when they do that, I done seen it with my own 2 eyes, and bam, they bang them. We're giving you life. You know what I'm saying? Well, however much time they give me, we giving you max now because you made us go through 2 trials. We finna max you out. We finna try to kill you if we can. And that's just how it go. Now, another thing I want to talk about that's going on in this trial is, man, Diddy. This type of stuff right here mess with my mind, and let me tell y'all why. The fact that Diddy is so disgusting, and I'm talking about like this type of stuff mess with my mind, and let me explain to y'all why I say that. Because here it is, it's not like I looked at Diddy like an idol or anything like that, but I just ain't see all this stuff that he's been accused of. And these women are coming with actual, factual, and not only that, evidence proving that he is this disgusting. I can't even call him a freak. Freak is in the bounds of, you know what I'm saying? Like, we keep it, we draw a circle around our freakiness. Now, when you jump out and start peeing on people's and playing with other people's love lotion and stuff like that, and letting other people's, raw dog, your woman, and then you come right behind them and raw dog her too, and you don't know where they've been and what. I mean, you know where they've been because they male prostitutes and porn stars and stuff like that, and you comfortable raw dog in that. Not only that, you in the corner watching your woman get hammered by professionals. These is professional pipe smiths. These guys do this for a living. So they in there, they you know what I'm saying? They know what they doing. Man, all right, okay, let me calm down. And then you come after that, man, look, he couldn't have loved them women because look, for a man that love a woman, just the thought of his woman making love lotion with another man is enough. He can't perform after that. He'll be like, he ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? His heart hurting. He can't even breathe. What is you doing? I like, you know what I'm saying? Man, but for him, he like, yeah, he over there with all that baby oil. He going to town. Do this, slow down, hold on, and all that. I wouldn't have never seen that from this brother. So that's why I say like it messed with my mind because it's like, man, like you really don't know what people are doing. You don't know. I'm talking about like your homeboy that you've been cool with all this time, man. Y'all grew up from the sandbox. Man, come to find out, man, he like this. I know all his homeboys is like, damn, bro. Come on, no, man. He ain't do it like that, man. Damn. But yeah, according to the evidence, according to multiple women, he doing it like that. And this woman right here, who they calling, who they are, I'm gonna say allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it's Daphne Joy, 50 Cent's child's mother, but everybody is saying that it's Daphne. You know, this is what the internet is saying. They saying that it's 50 Cent's child's mother, his ex. And I know if it is her, I know 50 like, man, because look, let me tell y'all ladies one thing about a man. Men, we like to believe, like when we got a woman and we say, hey, yeah, this is my woman right here. And when we out in public with her, we come out public with our relationship, we like to be like, this woman fell out the sky. She's an angel. I'm talking about God sent her down to us, and she ain't never had sex with no other men. She ain't wild, and you know, she ain't promiscuous, and you know, we teaching her to do the things and all this. We like to believe in our mind like that. Like we want a woman like that, but it don't go like that. So we make exceptions and be like, okay, well, she had a guy before me, or she had a baby before me, or whatever. So it's cool and all that. But if we had our way, you know, we would like to be like, our woman coming down from the clouds, ain't been tampered with, only us, right? But it don't happen like that. And so I'm saying that about 50. He probably believing in his mind like, I got this woman, don't nobody know her. You know what I mean? That's how we like it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we pull up with our woman to the hood, we don't want people talking about, hey, that's old boy girlfriend. He had her, man. He did this, he did that. Like we don't, no. We want people to be like, hey, man, where you get her from? Yeah, that's what we want. Man, hey, man, who was that? Where you meet her? Yeah, okay, so ain't nobody in the hood, at least in my inner circle, been tapping this. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on outside, but at least in my circle, can't nobody be talking about, hey, man, when she do that one thing, you know, when I get almost, nah, you don't want nobody talking about your woman like that. You know, so I can see 50 probably was thinking to herself like, man. And then to find out she a sex worker, to find out she doing all this stuff with P. Diddy, that's another thing. Another thing that men don't like is this right here. Say if you meet a woman and you know y'all in a relationship or whatever and y'all doing things and then y'all break up and then you come to find out she with another guy, but she doing exclusive stuff to him. 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, and she doing all this extracurricular type stuff with him. You like, damn. You feel cheated, like, man, damn, why you ain't let me, damn, we could have had a couple foursome, fivesomes, damn, you ain't even let, you know what I mean, men be like that too, you know, so I know he probably like 50, like, man, but you know, hey, it is what it is, this is the world that we living in right now, but this woman right here and P. Diddy, both are disgusting. Check it out. Now, this right here is a cold-blooded demonstration. According to reports out all over media outlets, they are saying that this Jane Doe in the P. Diddy case is none other than 50 Cent's child's mother, Daphne Joy. So let me get into this disgusting testimony that she have gave to the jurors, and so that we can kind of like get an understanding as to what type of woman she is and what type of man that 50 Cent is. She testified that freak-offs became a regular thing for her and P. Diddy. She said she only started doing it to make him happy, but after that first time, it was like regular programming. She said after she would have unprotected sex with male prostitutes, P. Diddy would have passionate sex with her after. She said that on multiple occasions, she asked Diddy, hey, you know, can I have these sex workers, you know, put on the condom? And she said Diddy wasn't going for it. He said he didn't like to see condoms. Cold-blooded. Like, this right here is what just blows my mind, y'all. How is it that you could have a woman that you supposed to love make love lotion with male prostitutes? I'm talking about putting your life in danger, putting your health in danger, and then go right behind these male prostitutes and have sex with her, unprotected. Man, this is crazy. She said that one time she asked one of the male prostitutes, hey, why don't you put on the condom? And he asked her where the condom was at. She said, over there. And Diddy said, why you want a condom? You were just taking that dick. Why you want a condom now? And from that point on, that just stopped all the condom talk, and then she continued to have unprotected sex with the male prostitute. Jane Doe has testified that after she would have unprotected sex with these prostitutes, these male prostitutes, they would shoot their love lotion all over her body. And when they shoot their love lotion all over her body, P. Diddy would tell her, don't wipe it off. Leave it there. Then would take her in another room and play in another man's love lotion. Man, what in the... For real? Like, this right here just... Come on, man. Like, you playing in another man's love lotion? Man, this right here is pathetic and disgusting. Like, come on, man. Like... And then I gotta say this right here. He's a disgusting man, but she's a disgusting woman for allowing this type of stuff to go down. I don't care how much you love somebody. I don't care how much you care for somebody, how much you want to make somebody happy and all that. It ain't that much love in the world. I can't love you then. If my woman told me, hey, yeah, baby, I want you to, I want to have another guy in our bedroom, and when he shoot all over me, I want you to play in it. Shit, that's the end of our relationship right there. I mean, we might as well go to the courthouse. It's over. This woman, Jane Doe, said that she started to dislike freak-offs, right? She began to kind of like, she ain't want to do it no more. She said that some of the freak-offs lasted 20 to 30 hours and would include several rounds of sex with 4 to 5 men. Did y'all hear what I just said? That woman said 20 to 30 hours of freaking. Now, when I first heard that, I said, come on now, you pushing now. That 20 hours, that's almost a day. 30 hours, that's more than a day. But then I thought about it. I said, well, you know what? When I used to sell dope, crackheads used to be up 4, 5, 6, 11 days, no sleep, because they was off the crack. So if he feeding her ecstasy and cocaine and stuff like that, yeah, she can be up, 20, 30 hours and having sex with multiple men and stuff like that for all that time. And then you got to understand these sex workers, these prostitutes, they on drugs too. The mass majority of them on drugs because they got to be up. They taking Viagra, they taking uppers, they doing cocaine, X and all that old type of stuff so that they can perform in order to get the money. So it makes sense. No wonder they needed IVs and all that old type. Man, you freaking for that long? Cold-blooded demonstration. One time she said that she was freaking off so long that she was hungry. And she tried to tell Diddy like, hey, look, I'm hungry. Diddy ignored her. So she started vomiting and crying and you know what I mean? And Diddy looked at her and said, you crying? Like, the guilt trip her like, are you really crying? In one instance, Jane Doe had texted Diddy and told him, hey, look, I want to have a freak off. I want to suck Paul's dick. Paul's, right? This is what she's saying. And this is the thing that kind of threw me off a little bit. Because in one breath, you saying, I ain't like it, I hate it. But then in another breath, you telling him that you want to have sex with a male prostitute or a porn star. You telling him that you want to, give some other man some top. You see? So that right there, it throws me off, because she not only did that, she was like looking at porn stars and picking out porn stars and saying, hey, yeah, I like him right there. Bring him up here. You know what I'm saying? And she said that sometimes what she would do, she'll fly porn stars out and, let porn stars get with her. You know what I'm saying? And P. Diddy in the background the whole time, just going to town on himself the whole time. Like, this right here is weird behavior. That's why she has to be accountable for some of this type of stuff too. Like, come on now, ladies, y'all ain't finna let no man dog y'all out like that. And if y'all do, I gotta say, man, that y'all slow. I gotta say that you slow. If you gonna let a man, I don't care how much love and all that, if he dogging you like that, nah, come on, that ain't no love. Not only that, she admitted on the stand that. So here's where I gotta question everything that this woman is saying, because she got on the stand and said that she was doing freak offs without Puffy, without Diddy. She doing freak offs on her own. She calling these male prostitutes, these porno stars, and she doing it on her own. And when they asked her, said, well, why you do that? She said, because I just wanted to be flirtatious, because that probably would make him happy. That would make Diddy happy. How was that making Diddy happy? He ain't nowhere around. He want to be in the corner with that baby oil. So how he getting happy off that? You see what I'm saying? So that right there kind of tells me that Jane Doe, she liked it. She doing it without him? Yeah, she liked it. Ain't nowhere in the hell. Come on now, ladies. If it's something that y'all ain't like, if y'all ain't like having sex with male prostitutes and stuff like that, and it's something that you feel that you forced to do, you not finna be doing that on your own. Last but not least, y'all, she got on the stand and testified that on her birthday, she wanted to be with Diddy. After he done dogged out so much, she wanted to be with Diddy. So Diddy told her, I got you something for your birthday. Let's do a quick freak off. She said she was mad, she was hurt, but she wanted to do it to make him happy. Little did she know that Diddy had 3 men lined up. Soon as she got done with the first one, he like, yeah, another one coming. And then soon as she got done with that one, another one came. And she had to have sex, unprotected sex, with every single last one of them. But hold on, wait. After all that, right, you would think that she would be like, hey, you know what? This is not it. I can't, No, on Valentine's Day, she surprised P. Diddy. Hey, look, I got something for you on Valentine's Day. She called 2 male escorts, male prostitutes, porn stars, whatever we want to call them, and had sex with them for hours and hours. Why? Because she wanted to make P. Diddy happy. Listen, I got to be 100 with y'all. I don't believe it's that much happiness in the world. She had an incentive to do what she was doing, and that is getting her bills paid, getting money and stuff like that. And she allowed it to happen. Period. Why? Because she wanted that money. Hey, come on. Come on. This is her testimony. This is what she's saying. And it aligns with what Cassie was saying. This brother right here and the women that he was with are disgusting. Any woman with any type of integrity, any man with any type of integrity wouldn't be doing the stuff that they doing. I don't care what, you can be freaky or whatever, but you ain't finna be doing all that right there. You not finna be doing all that right there. And any woman in her right mind, when a man get the thought, hey, look, I want you, she gonna be like, nah, why you want me to have sex with another man? You my man. I want to give everything to you. I don't want to give this to them. See, that's what makes me think that even though, he was manipulating the situation and stuff like that, in some instances, not all, these women was enjoying themselves. Any woman come on, women, y'all jump in the comments and let me know. I mean, I know, you want to make your man happy and stuff like that, but if your man came to you and just like, hey, look, check this out. I want you to have sex with a stranger, a male prostitute, and I want it raw dog multiple times, 20, 30 hours a day. You gonna look at that man and say, but you a fool? Is you out your mind? You want me to give all this to another man? A woman with integrity is not gonna go for that. She gonna say, no, I can't make you happy then. If you want me to do that, I'm sorry, I can't make you happy now. Me and you can go in the bedroom and do whatever we want to do, but you want me to go outside our bedroom? No, I can't. I can't make you happy. And any man with integrity gonna be like, if a woman came to a man and told him, hey, look, I want to have sex with Paul. I want to have sex with male prostitutes for 20 to 30 hours a day and all that. He gonna be looking at her like, hell no, you my woman. I ain't enough for you. You need other people. Man, nah, men, we got ego, so we like, damn, like, I've been thinking, I thought I was laying pipe. I thought I was, you talking about you need somebody else? Nah, hell no. Men, we get weak. No, we get upset. Pride hurt, ego struck. Hey, hold on, wait a minute. So, but this is the life. Man, these times right here, man, I'm talking about, it's real strange. But more than anything, I gotta say this before I depart, y'all. When they say in the Bible that money is the root of all evil, that's what they talking about. Now, look, we can't live without money in this day and age, so I understand that we need money to live, we need that. But money can be abused. And this is what the Bible is talking about when they say money is the root of all evil. Why? Because people will do evil things for money. People will kill you for money. People will lower their standards for money. People will dumb down themselves for money. People will betray you for money. People will backdoor you for money. You understand what I'm saying? So money has two powers. You can use it for good, or you can use it for evil. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.